Network, along with my co-host, Dr. Rock. Tune in every Saturday morning at 10
477
a.m.
484 477 6342. We are live on Philly Hot Radio. My name is Showtime the Hype Man. On live on Philly Hot Radio. Those who like to call up, the phone number is 484 477 6348. For those who like to call in, the hotline will be going on live. We're going to go live around the world. We have a lot of things to talk about, what's going on around the world. Those who are home, those who are waiting for their unemployment check, those who are maybe lost someone with the coronavirus. It's important that Philly Hot Radio, that we give our audience something fresh, something new. We are broadcasting live around the world on YouTube channel. Also, we're live on Facebook Live. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Philly Hot Radio. My name is Showtime the Hype Man. You know that Dr. Rock had rules and violations, so she's not going to be on the show today, but I'm doing what I'm supposed to do to continue to keep the show moving in the right direction. So, what's going on, Philadelphia? We are broadcast live on Philly Hot Radio. So, this is your part of the show. I'm going to talk about what I've been doing and the things that I'm trying to do. So, we're going to do a little bit of sound. What's the phone number? The phone number is 484 477 6348. Repeat. The phone number is 484 477 6348. Those who like to call in, talk about what are you doing this Saturday? What have you been doing for the last 6 weeks since the coronavirus has took off around the world? So we're going to be talking about a lot of great things today. So it's important before we get started. Philly Hot Radio. Hold on for a minute. Okay, Philly Hot Radio.
Yo, what's up, Mikel Keller? This is Terry Keller here.
Hey, Mr. Terry Keller, what's going on? You're live on Philly Hot Radio.
Yep, I know you're on Philly Hot Radio. I watch y'all all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very busy person doing Uber and Lyft, making money, making moves. You know what I mean? Trying to get to the big things. That's all. And going through this pandemic, I've seen a lot of things. A lot of people get exposed. A lot of paranoid people and people who could tough it out and handle it. That's why I say.
So Tony, what have you been doing? So what have you been doing as you've been watching the news, or what are you doing that is different what most people are doing in the city of Philadelphia and around the world? Are you listening to what they've been saying with the governor and also the mayor of the city of Philadelphia? What are you doing different?
Work, go home, stay away from certain places. That's it. And what I do, health-wise, I've been buying a lot of health. I've been buying a lot of health products. I have a stuff now called Benshiki Extract, which is a mucus buster. What I use, I've been using sea balls. I've been doing a lot of herb shakes and protein shakes, and just not herb and protein shakes. I use colloidal silver to protect my body, and a lot of apple cider vinegar. Stuff that you need to look into is called fire cider, which has everything in it. And I'm gonna tell you what it has. Here's the ingredients: apple cider vinegar, honey, oranges, lemons, onions, ginger, horseradish, garlic, turmeric, hambaro, pepper, and black pepper is in this stuff right here. I got it at Martindale's in Springfield, but they ran out. But they have a website where they have 100 for like six bucks on their website. So I've been doing that. I wear the mask when I go in the store, but when you have a clean gut and you have a clean colon, this virus ain't gonna really come in and stuff. And I spray my face with a lot of alcohol, and and when I do overleaf, I cleans my car cleanly with ammonia and every chemical that you can name. I'm not gonna let this stuff have me all paranoid, have me all scared, and like the boogeyman and shit. Fuck that. I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? I heard people say, how come you can't wear your mask? Like when I went to certain Uber businesses, they asked me, guess what? I canceled their order immediately when I'm on the site, right in front of their face.
Well, let me ask you a question. So you're an Uber driver. Is a lot of people using Uber, or they are going the old way, or when you first approach them, do they have a mask on when they get in your vehicle?
don't, because I camouflaged my car very well.
So
Camouflaged it.
So you
and
are.
I tell
So
people,
you are
and if
right.
I tell people,
So you are right with a person. So you are right with a person that does not have a mask. So you are right. Let someone get in your car because of all the things that you have done to keep the car clean and make sure that your customers and your guests that get in your vehicle, you have done enough to make sure that you and the person are safe. Correct?
correct. That's what I do. Because I want the person to feel like it's like the environment up before, where they can relax, where they can actually breathe. Because the masks are hard to breathe in. I'm going to tell you that right now. But there are areas in the city, dude, they still got bad patches of air, and you stay in the bad patches of air long. What this coronavirus does, it hardens it's like nitroglycerin to your rib cage, to your lungs, and to your kidneys. And when you try to cough, when you cough or you put some mucus out, it can crack everything inside your body. Then that's why people die so fast.
So do you have
This
any
is very
relatives?
simple.
Let me ask you a question. Do you have any relatives that maybe passed away during the coronavirus? Do you know anyone that you maybe close to you that experienced the system or what is going on, or you haven't found none of your family members so far has been safe?
Nah, nobody in my family has not caught it because, I have doctors, I have people in my family, I have people who are called on to today's events. What they did too, they took my mom out of her place, they put her somewhere else close to family, and changed her number so to make sure that to make sure that she was safe. Because she's like, she's going to be turning, let me see. She's going to be turning 80 within a few days. So they want to make sure she makes it to 80. That's all, and keeping people away, and that's it. And my sisters, they got control over that. That's the bottom line to it. But I talked to other people in Uber and people and healthcare workers told me it's real. There's a place in Montgomery County where 15 to 20 elderly people died. Then the healthcare workers have it too.
Well, I heard
I'm trying to
that.
get. I'm trying to get.
Let
I'm
me.
trying to get this person over the phone. You know what I mean? So she was going to she's going to go on my YouTube Terry Keller Fitness channel, and I was going to have her record something and tell me something about it. This virus is very real, created by the government, created by Bill Gates, and it's not a joke to play with. Then I talked to a couple of people. There's a person that was in a house in West Philadelphia. He was okay, and everybody calling his cell phone up. 3 weeks later, they found him dead on the phone. People in the room couldn't smell his corpse. Come on now. Then you got a 17-year-old that died from it in North Philly. This is crazy.
Well, let me ask you a
You know what I
question
mean?
then before I let you go, because the phone is really popping today. A lot of people are calling in, and I want to thank you personally for calling up this morning as an Uber driver. And for those who are Uber driving, those who are lifters, we want to also stand out to y'all because y'all are on the battle line out there taking people where they need to get at. So I want to thank you, my brother, personally, for you to call up and talk about the things that you're doing, the type of herbs that you're taking, and you're doing things that is different. And I'm grateful that you are doing things different. I hope that my viewers and those who are watching me around the world will take heed for what you're doing. So I want to thank you for calling up, and you have a great day, and thank you so much.
Before I hang up, Mikhail Piper, I know your phone is ringing.
Okay.
Don't feed into the paranoia, people. This is what they want. While y'all feeding in and getting scared, they're on the dinner table with your name and head on the plate laughing at you. That's what they're doing. That's what the Bill Gates, the big guys, they're laughing at you. So that's why I want to end it at that. People, take that as food for thought, okay?
Okay, well, thank you so much, and I want to thank you for calling up.
Okay, you're welcome, Mikhail. Bye.
Philly Hot Radio, whistle while you work. This is Showtime the Hype Man.
Good morning, Showtime. Welcome back. This is Sharon. How are you?
Oh, we fine, Sharon. How you doing?
I'm doing awesome. I didn't hear the beginning of the show because I just woke up, but I heard somebody was talking about like I thought I heard somebody talking about like eating like natural foods or something.
Yeah, well, the guy was sharing about what he been doing to deal with. He's an Uber driver, and what happened was, by him being out there on the front line, he doing certain things to keep his immune system and make sure that he's doing everything that he can do when he pick up his guests and get in his vehicle. So he
Oh, okay.
started talking about herbs and certain things that he's doing. With that's what he was talking about, certain remedies that he has found out that kills virus and diseases.
And well, you know what? That is so true because I remember you were talking about that a couple of weeks ago.
Mhm.
So one of the things that I started doing was I got myself back on track.
Good.
So I've been juicing. I've been limiting my meat intake,
Mhm.
and I just really been feeling good. So that's definitely that's definitely true.
So what are you doing
So
different, Sharon? This is Sharon, y'all. She's a co-host on Philly Hot Radio. Even though her and Dr. Rock is not here today, but I'm here to hold up the fort. So Sharon, what are you doing different that most people that are doing the normal? What are you doing? What are you doing different to go into 2020 up to 21? What are you doing different that works for you?
well, like I said, one of the things that's working for me, like I'm one of those type of people who is prone to depression. So one of the things that I had to do is like every day, even if I'm just walking to the door, walking to the corner, I have to get up, get dressed, saying, and just get some sunshine, get some air. Like I said, I had to create a schedule, a meal plan. You know what I mean, and just start, you know, getting my body back together, and I feel the difference.
So what I've been doing, I'm glad that you said that. What type of herbs or what type of juicers that, because we have a lot of audience and those who are watching the world always looking for something new to do and try. What type of juicers that you're drinking?
Well, one of the things that I've been doing is I have a bunch of fresh ginger. I love ginger.
Okay.
So I've been juicing ginger, oranges, and pineapples.
Mhm.
That's one of the things. And I also take turmeric and I have black elderberry.
Okay, black elderberry. Okay.
So yeah.
So
And like
you
I said,
so you're telling me that the juicers, the herbs, are you exercising? Are you walking? Are you jogging? Or what
I've
is
been
your activity?
I've been walking.
Okay.
So I've been getting in my walking, and like I said, just not turning into a couch potato, because you could easily, I could turn into a sack of couch potatoes.
Okay.
But you just gotta. I'm not saying it is easy, but you gotta force yourself. You
Wow.
gotta just say, okay, I'm gonna do this.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that it's easy at all, but like I said, I had to do it because if I didn't, then I'd be like in a corner crying somewhere or under the bed crying somewhere. You know what I mean?
So what are
Because
you
there's so
telling
much
me?
going on.
You're telling me that you found a way to keep yourself activity spiritually and mentally. So you're telling me that you're not allowing the stories and the death of this virus to take a toll on you mentally and spiritually. You found a way how to deal with it and make sure that you can deal with this situation on in spite of that the governor and the president of the United States have shut down some of the things. So Sharon, I want to thank you. We have a lot of people calling up today, but I
I
want to thank you.
know.
I want to thank you for your input, and you know that we love you. So we want
Love
you
you
to
too.
continue to keep us in prayer and also keep me in prayer. So I want to thank you, Sharon. That's Sharon, ladies and gentlemen. She's co-host on Philly Hot Radio, calling up and talking about certain things. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye bye. Philly Hot Radio, whistle while you work.
Hey, this is Dr. Rock. What's up? How are you?
Well,
How you doing?
how you doing, Dr. Rock? How are you?
Good, good, good. I was listening. Everybody talking about the corona. I just need y'all to pray for my cousin. I think her mom is in the hospital for corona. So can you keep praying for that? I mean for them.
Okay. Hmm.
And also, I want to give my condolences to your family, Showtime.
Okay, good.
For your niece. I
Okay,
want to give my condolences.
well, I really appreciate that. So, what are you doing, Dr. Rock? This is Dr. Rock, y'all, the co-host on Philly Hot Radio. Even though she's not here, but spiritually she's here. But Dr. Rock, the audience want to know what are you doing different to deal with this situation that we are dealing that we never ever have never dealt with this before since I've been living in this country. What are you doing different, Dr. Rock, to keep your mindset,
Yeah.
keep your spirit going? Good morning. But we got a lot of people
Well,
saying good
well,
morning.
I'm always, and that's number one to me. You got to keep healthy by doing that because that's, like I told everybody, it's very important to get your health, keep your health up, and also, cleaning behind yourself, making sure you have, you know, um, you when you go out in the community, make sure you have your mask on, make sure you have your gloves on. Very important to keep yourself protected out there, and make sure you're social distancing. Keep 6 feet away, like they say. It's very important. So really, this is all that is new. I mean, I've always been the type that sanitize everything anyway, but the new thing is, it's going to be the norm for the summer so far is the mask and the gloves because you have to keep yourself protected.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question, Dr. Rock. We know that the malls and some of the stores going to be open up next week. They already opened up the parks and the golf course. Uh, would you be a type of person that, since the mall opened up and other stores that you haven't saw, what would you do different this time going to the mall, going to local places that you haven't done, even going to a restaurant, eating back in the restaurant? Or you're a type of person you will wait a while before you make them choices. What are you going to do if they open up all the stores next week, the malls, and some of the restaurants?
Well, first of all, I would wait. That's number one, wait, because you just don't want to rush into the government might say one thing, and then you go and rushing in and going. First of all, go shopping. Anytime I go shopping is online anyway. If I need to go, or so. And then for eating, lately I've been cooking myself, so I don't need to be going to the restaurant too much. But I don't think they should be rushing to go sit down together and send yourself in the restaurant. I think everyone should just take precautions and wait, because I know I like to go out to eat once in a while myself, but I think we should wait.
So,
I,
Dr. Rock, we have a lot of people calling.
yes, I know. So
And,
I'm gonna get off, and I just want you to know, keep the fort up, keep it going, Showtime, and my condolences again to your family.
we're not
You
rushing
know,
you off. We cannot rush the co-host, but it's so many people are calling up, and
yes, I understand.
but you know that we never want to rush you because you are part of this show more than anything. But I love you, Dr.
Yes,
Rock, and I want
yeah,
to
love you too.
continue. But
Love you too.
if you
Keep it up.
feel
Keep
if you
going,
need,
doing what you do.
but if you feel you need to call back for something, you can always call back. Okay, Dr. Rock?
All right, thank you,
Bye bye.
and thank.
Philly Hot Radio, whistle while you work. This is Showtime, the hype man.
What's going on? Jersey's in the building. Let's go.
What's going on, Jersey? What's
Hey,
going
hey, hey,
on? How
man.
you
Everything
doing?
is good. Everything is good. I'm not going to hold your line because your line is blowing up. I just want to make a couple of points if I can. I'll be no more
Yes,
than
you
3 or
can.
4 minutes.
You have been an extended welcome family member on Philly Hot Radio. We are so grateful to have you anytime that you call because your knowledge and your community activities means a lot to us. So go ahead on. This is your part of the show.
Respect due. Good morning, everybody. I just want to make a couple of points. First responders. There's a difference between making a conscious decision to be out here like, no disrespect to anybody. You know, I'm listening to the brother's conversation about the Uber driver. That's awesome, and I thank God for that brother's diligent work.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to separate something. First responders are people that actually doing the job. You got your people in the hospital. You got your people in your nursing homes. You got these, law enforcement officers. These guys are doing this for their job, and they actually on scene. Like, that's what they do. If you have a job where you don't need to be out there in that kind of environment because it's contagious, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. They're still trying to figure out stuff about this virus. They really don't have it figured out. They have it where it's leveling out because they got some sort of containment. But if you don't have to be out dealing in that environment, me working in anesthesia for the last 20 plus years, I tell you, it's a serious thing. And don't be in it if you don't have to.
Wow.
Some of the things you can do as far as food is the sea moss. Make sure you're getting hot liquids. Make your drinks, get your sea moss, your ginger. If you don't got no hand sanitizer,
Good tell. We're not talking.
So testing 1 2. So what we're talking about the coronavirus, and it's a lot of things are going on, and it's important even for me to continue to keep this thing moving. So we want to thank you for calling up. A lot of this phones is ringing. A lot of people are tuning in and listen to what we're saying. And I want
God bless everybody. Be safe.
Okay, bye bye. Showtime the Hype Man on Philly Hot Radio. Whistle while you at work. Along with my co-host, Dr. Rock. Tune in every Saturday morning at 10 a.m.
Hi, this is Showtime the Hype Man. We are live on Philly Hot Radio. Whistle while you work. What's going on, y'all? We are talking about the coronavirus, how it affected so many people. Down in Atlanta, is so many Afro-Americans are getting sick. What do y'all think about? So what do y'all think about what is really going on, and can we do to educate ourselves? Because a lot of y'all watching the media.
Philly Hot Radio.
Hey, Showtime, what's up, man? This your main man, Chuck Hobson, aka Xander Hobson, the comedian. How you doing, brother?
Hey, Chuck, how you doing? So I know that you're a very spiritual guy. What are you doing that is different?
Well, you know, I'm applying all of the techniques that they had put out there to apply. You know, I'm using the mask. I'm doing the social distancing. But let me run something by you real quick. Now, first and foremost, right? I don't want you or anyone else to think that I'm minimizing this disease, because I'm not. Okay. But I want to throw some stats out there, because whenever I hear about the deaths of the number of people dying from the coronavirus, it makes me question certain things. Now, I'm gonna say this to get to the point. I looked at a statistic. It said around 2018, they said around 7,500 people die every day in the United States of America. 7,500. So every single day, from a baby all the way up to an elder, 7,500 people die. Now, 7,500 times 365 is around 2,220,000 people. So my point is this: 2,220,000 people die every single year. 7,500 people die a day. Now, how many of these people are they attributing to the coronavirus? See, again, with me, I'm the type of guy, whenever I see chaos going on, I'm always wondering what kind of angle is being worked. See, when it's all said and done, somebody's making money with this coronavirus, and somebody's going to make some money with the coronavirus. So, you know, I just always, you know, again, I'm not minimizing. I'm sure it's something out there, because see, one of the things that a lot of people may not realize, the United States of America, Russia, and Britain, we have stockpiles of biological and chemical weapons. And see, the thing with the world is heavily overpopulated in the big cities like New York, Chicago, LA, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And we have not had a mass killing off of individuals since the Vietnam War. See, going back to around the Civil War and coming forward, you had wars maybe like every 5 to 10 years. There was some kind of a war breaking out, and there was a large population of people being killed off. But you really haven't had that since the 1970s. So now you got a huge population of people. So again, I didn't mean to come on your show sounding like a conspiracy buff, but these are the things that I look at, because being a retired servicemen, I know what's at the fingers of the president of the United States, and man, they could very easily have contaminated. Now, if you look back last year, this virus actually got started around last year, because if you think about what was happening down in the Dominican Republic, also on the cruise ships, people started getting sick and started getting quarantined then. So, that's just something I wanted to throw out there for people to think about. Or no way am I trying to minimize the threat that's out there. No way am I not telling people that they shouldn't take heed to the warnings that's out there. But I personally think it's a larger matter at play. I think it's some money involved. I think that they're trying to exterminate people. And I don't think they're just trying to exterminate black people. I think they're trying to exterminate the undesirable. So, not to be long-winded, Showtime. You still there, my friend?
No, because as me being a host, it's important for me. It's important for me to, as a great host that I'm trying to be. I have a artful listener. I'm an artful listener. So it's important for me to listen to my audience and listen to the fans that call up. So it's important for me to be a great listener. And I want to say something before you go. You said something about how we're not talking about the people with heart attacks, people that's dying with cancer, people that's dying with diabetes. We just keep, all the media is showing how many people died with the coronavirus. It seems like the media, that's the only thing they're talking about, but they're not talking about the robbing and the murders or the food shortage. They're not talking about people that's in line, they're trying to get their employment check, and they're not really getting around how. We're not talking about the people that still need medication, still need to go to their doctor to get breed treatment. The media only controlled by the rich folks that control the media. So, before you go, I want to tell my audience that this is a show for you. The only way that Philly Hot Radio Whistle While You Work can be successful, this is a show for my audience and for the viewers that are watching me live around the world. We're trying to reach out to those who are home. The phone number is 484-477-6348. We want to thank you, Chuck, for calling in, and thank you so much.
You got it, brother. Have a good one, man. God bless.
Hi, my name is Showtime the Hype Man. We are live on Philly Hot Radio. We are live on Philly Hot Radio. Whistle while you work. My name is Showtime the Hype Man.
Saturday morning at 10 a.m.
We are live on Philly Hot Radio. Whistle. We're talking about what are you doing that you have that you can share with our audience. We are broadcasting live on Philly Hot Work. This is the part of the show that we're asking our audience and our viewers to call up the radio for 6348. Repeat, 484-477-6348. My name is Showtime the Hype Man. What I've been doing, actually, I've been really on a spiritual maintenance cleaning. Also, what I've been doing, I've been mindful of doing everything. Make sure that my mindset and my spirit is on the right track. Also, what I've been doing, I've been walking 3 miles. Also, I've been doing juices. I do beets, celery, carrots, and ginger. I'm doing certain things that I need to do to keep my immune system. Also, that those who are watching me around the world, it's important for y'all to part. What we are doing, look at you. Maybe have a mask. Those who work in office, for those who've been laid off for work, we're going to talking about unemployment office and those who may welfare and get food stamps. are you doing? Contact your doctor, those who are waiting to get unemployment. Have anyone received their unemployment or you still waiting? We want to talk about ways and strategy to comfort each and every one of you while you're home. This is the part of the show. We're going to talk about different strategy that what you're doing. The phone number is 444-477-6348. This is the part of the show that you can talk about whether you're doing different, your mindset on the right track. My name is Showtime the Hype Man. We are live on Philly Hot Radio. Whistle while you work. So, meanwhile, I'm going to play a song, young lady on our show. So while we're waiting for the audience, I'm going to do a song, Very Cross, artist of our last. Had no music, no live entertainment. We haven't had of interviewing people. I'm going to play for this artist, Mary Cross.
It may be heavenly. It may be bliss. You can shoot all the stars and still leave. But there's something in the air we can't.
We're live on Philly Hot Radio. This is an artist named Mary Cross.
We both know. We both know. In love, there's a reason.
We're live on Philly Hot Radio. Whistle while you work. This is an artist named Mary Cross. My name is Showtime the Hype Man. We are live on Philly Hot Radio. Whistle while you work. We are sitting here thinking about our children, our grandparents, and those who are suffering from this cordless virus.
Neither one of us wanna fall in love again. Contemplating if we can be more than friends. We both know. We both know. We both know. In love is the reason.
We are live on Philly Hot Radio. My name is Showtime the Hype Man, along with Mary Cross' new debut album.
It's time that I face my fears. Let go of the past. This time I'm gonna do my best to find true happiness.
live on Philly Hot Radio. My name is Showtime the Hype Man. We are broadcasting live on YouTube channel around the world. Also, we're live on Facebook Live. That's right, we are talking about the coronavirus, what is going on around the world. Good morning, Philly Hot Radio. My name is Showtime the Hype Man. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, my friend? We're talking about the coronavirus. And you're asking folks what are they doing different. Well, what I'm doing different is that I'm keeping my head on straight. I'm not going to let go all up in my head about this thing. I'm keeping the mask on, keeping my gloves on. I'm doing the safe distance piece. And just, trying to live life on life's terms. This is a new thing for all of us. And we're never going to go back to being the way that we were at no point or another. We're looking at least 2 years, bare minimum, before we can get back to living life on life's terms like we were. So, everybody just got to, stay off their mental, stand in line, act like you got some sense, back up off of people so this thing doesn't get out of control, and let everybody live, for real, seriously, because there's no need in this for us taking this to another level. And the thing that you was talking about down in Atlanta with them opening that mall, they know that we down there, and they know that this thing is killing more African Americans than anybody else. So we got to be smart enough to not even think about going into the mall. I mean, really, what is it that you need to do? Where are you going? You can't get nowhere. You understand what I'm saying? So what is the purpose of running out like that? So we need to really check ourselves, and especially with the hair and the nails and the feet stuff. Ladies, get your own little tub, do your own feet. You know what I'm saying? You can do your own hair, you can do your own nails. Stop giving those folks of other ethnicities our money. I understand you want to pamper yourself every now and again, and I agree with that. But come on, really? It's not that deep. You understand what I'm saying? I do my wife's toenails.
Yeah,
Okay,
I want to ask
myself.
I want to ask you a question.
It is what it is.
I want to ask you a question, my brother. You said something, and a lot of people are not really understanding what is really going on, especially the community that I come from, because we never want to do anything new. And I have seen that we are used to the old, and we are comfortable. And the community that I come from just sit on the sideline and watch everything fall to pieces. And the only way that the community that I come from, they'll get excited when something horrible happened to us, then all of a sudden we want to unite and start coming out. Darryl, I want to say something to you that it bothers me spiritually and mentally when it comes to our leadership. Do you know any leader in 2020 that we look up to? Do we have any leaders that you can recognize that we look up to?
Not one, other than the brother that I'm talking to. He's a true leader, that's for sure.
I really appreciate that. I've been noticing that. I asked that question, but those who know that I have not been on Facebook for a while, because the community that I come from, they're not used to new frontier leaders. They're not used to humanity leadership. And what they're listening to, they listen to people because a person have a master degree or a doctor degree, or if a person have an organization or their elected officials in the city of Philadelphia, people would tend to go with what is old and not go with new. I want to say something to my audience and those who are watching us around the world. This brother Darrell just ain't called just to call. He a straight shooter. I want to ask you a question, Darrell. What are you seeing different since our community has shut down? Have anyone that wants to be a leader in our community or trying to be a community in our community? It's not about food, giving out food. We see some of our leaders just want to give out food and talk about, oh, this is a place that you can get food at. We need more than just food. We need more information that is going on with the coronavirus, how it's affected 60,000 deaths in this country. We don't even know the real numbers that people are going around that have the disease and walking around with the disease, and they're telling us that young folks don't get it, older folks may get it, it's the middle classes getting it. It's important for those who are watching me around the world. We need you to call up at 474-844-477-6348. Showtime the Hype Man do not have all the answers. The mayor of the city of Philadelphia do not have all the answer. The governor Whoop do not have all the answer. So I want to thank you for calling, Darrell. Thank you.
So, important for those watching me, part of the show, those who are leaders, who Philadelphia have a main in the black community or in the white community or the Latino. Do we believe in our leadership in the city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania? Do we believe in our leadership that's in the White House with the Congress and the senators and those who are running, controlling the network in the. Do we believe in our leaderships in 2020? My name is Showtime the Hype Man. I do not have all the answers, but I'm sure that some of your ungodly leadership are watching me right now and sitting there trying to find a way to destroy new leaders. I have watched a true story about 2040. We are suffering in this country called America. We are suffering when it deals with financially. We are suffering when it comes to unity and love and passion. I just played a song with Mary Cross talking about loving again. And the reason why that evil has took over. My name is Showtime the Hype Man, the host on Philly Hot Radio. We are asking our callers and those who've been calling up, what are you going to do different in going to 21? Are you going to follow the leaders that have been leading us down the path of wrong for the last 60 years? We've been listening to our political leaders for the last 60. My name is Showtime. I love y'all. And I know a lot of people are watching me do gift that God gives. It takes a lot of heart to go live on Facebook Live and YouTube Live, hoping that someone will give me an opportunity to do what I've been doing. I'm only doing what God has put in me, and I've been struggling. Some days I want to give up. Some days I get tired, but I know that you're going to have jealous, hateful people longs if you're doing something that's positive. Right now, nobody is better than nobody. It doesn't matter how much money you got, what type of degrees you got, what type of title you got, what type of house you got, what type of car you got. The disease do not care what you got. The community that I come from, we compare what you got, what type of degree you got, and what type of job you got. But today, we all are even. What are we going to do different in 2020? Because right now, everything has shut down. But in the next 2 weeks, they're going to open up the malls. They're going to open up some of the facilities. They're going to force some people to go back to work, even though you're not ready to go to work right now. A lot of people are scared. But I have realized that the black community just sit back and allow anybody to dictate us. We are in a some of your religion just can't. We sit on the word of God. We'll sit there and listen all day long, but this disease has affected us worldwide. I'm a hype man. We're live on watching us all 20 over. There are testing of scientists dealing with the air pollution, dealing with the water, with the how we have been misled for 60 years. We have noticed that we're not talking about heart disease, cancer, high blood pressure. We're not talking about people that are struggling in wheelchairs, that are diabetics, or sitting home with no contact at all. For those who are waiting for the unemployment office and calling your car insurance, calling your car note, calling about your mortgage, and half of us have not got our unemployment checks yet. So many. You're going to learn how our back against the wall. You don't have a clue what's really going on before people. Oh, how different. Now watch at I'm urging watch watched a movie called 2040. It's a documentary story talking about the soil, talking about everything must gain more knowledge. 5 to live on Philly Rap. Where is the? Are we afraid of a brother or a sister? Why we don't love? This is, and we are afraid because this is the new. I was talking about half of y'all black pension money, Social Security money, disability. For those who work all their life, bragging about a pension. I was sharing that I come from, and the leaders will set 5% just to keep their mouth closed and not really tell my audience the truth, what is really going on. Don't have legal control by. They're afraid to tell the truth. They're afraid that telling what is going on with our little babies and our children are not getting educated. They're not sharing the truth about this. My name is Showtime the Hype Man. My name is Showtime my Hype Man. I'm trying to something new. We are suffering mentally, feeling.
Philly Hot Radio, whistle while you work.
Hi, hey, Dr. Rock. First of all, I just wanted to call because I know I was looking at the time, so I just want to call and thank everybody for you listening to the radio station. Thank everybody for calling up. I want to thank everyone. And I was just listening to some of the stuff you were saying, and I just want everybody to know when the comment that you made far as people working and all their life, and it's to me, we want to show every kid or everybody out there that it is good to have a job and it is good to work. If you have to work,
But basically, that's a slave mentality when people want to work and still sacrificing. And for me, I worked all my life. And I'm a guy that worked at the age of 14 in the city of Philadelphia as a young man. Jobs is nothing but slavery. We sit there and program, and not because our parents worked all their life. Our parents did it. We only follow what our parents taught us when it comes to working. See, working people always.
Wait a minute, Showtime. Quiet it down. You're too loud.
Well, I'm a man. I'm a man. And I'm going to speak the truth. And I'm not taking away.
Calm down.
I'm not taking away what
you will be calming down. So calm down. Calm down.
I'm not taking away what you're saying.
You're talking too loud. Wait a minute.
Well, that's what I do. So basically,
only thing I was saying was it is good. I want to show the kids the future. That's why they go to college, to get an education so they can get a good job.
You're not going to get a good job because we never create jobs in the black community for our children. We depend on jobs. That's the problem with our community. We continue to keep pending on jobs, pending on people. Our father told us, get a job. Boy, that's a good job. We have to change and do something different. It's not going to be no more jobs once our kids get there because we never develop jobs.
Where everybody going to make their money at then? What they supposed to do?
Well, what they got to become creative. We have to learn how to be business people. We have to learn how to think outside the box.
But you know what? I don't talk over top of me because I can't hear you, Miguel. You can be quiet down for a little bit because I want to talk too.
Well, what we're going to do, that's a topic, and I don't want us to get into what you're going to do, what I'm going to do. And this is my co-host, ladies and gentlemen. She has a right the way she feel, and I have a right the way it feel. And sometimes we can do that. That's the good part of our radio show. Me and Dr. Rock have different views, but we understand her view is clear, my view is clear. So it's important that y'all understand that what we're doing on the radio, and maybe that's something that to her heart when it comes to people working for the pension and the Social Security. Me, I have a different view about that situation. So I want to thank you, Dr. Rock, for what you just said. So not to be...
nothing wrong. Never said nobody can't do their own business. I think that's a good thing.
Okay, good.
Their own little business, that's a good thing. And if they can do that. But sometimes, I don't think it's wrong. I don't think it's a problem when people get a job, because that's what society is. We have to work for what we want in this world. We have to go to college. We have to, a lot of people don't want, everybody is not college bound. Everybody not college bound. And I don't expect everybody to go to college. But it's a good thing when you stress to the children all over the world that education is very important, and this is what you want them to do in their life. You want them to get education. You want a backup plan. Yes, some of them want to play NBA. Yes, some of them want to be in the football. But guess what? You always stress to the children they always need a backup plan. Education is important to me, and I'm sure it's important to a lot of people around the world. That's why I'm trying to explain to you. That's it. That's all I was just trying to say.
Oh, no.
Other than that, yes, but you can have an education, and you can have your own business. Yes, you can do all that. That's a blessing. If you do that, that's extra. To me, that's a blessing. To have your own business.
Well, I agree with what you're saying with education, and I understand that that's one of yours. And I truly believe, I always told my kids that education is very important, and you're definitely right. But what I'm seeing, Dr. Rock, that I was watching the document about kids going to college today, and half of them can't even get jobs that they go to school for today.
And I understand that, but at least they went to school, they got their education, and I believe that, things will come through for a lot of kids that, they will come through if, that's why I always let, people know that education is very important. Like I said, everybody is not going to go to college, and it's no problem. People take up trades, okay? My son took up a trade. People take up trades, and I think that's a blessing too. And if they don't take up a trade, work. You got to work for what you want out here. You just can't jump. Things come, businesses and all that will come. But you have to work for what you want in life.
Well, let me say this, and then I'm going to close this subject. For me, and I'm learning as I've been on this earth for a while. And I have seen that establishment was not being more creative. And I'm not saying that education is the number one. Let me make that clear to you. Because without an education, you can't run your business dealing with finance situation, dealing with stock market, dealing with investments. So education is the number one on the list. Let me get that out the way. But also that I understand that as my community, as I look around the black community, we only own 5%, but we've been going to school all our lives. And I have seen in 60 years that so many Afro-Americans have went to college. But mostly of the black children, I'm not saying that they won't be blessed and they won't get a job, but I realize that it's hard for us to get the jobs that we want because we don't own the business. So you got to realize when dealing with business part and working for people, even in the high level of management, the high level of the vice president and the executive. It is hard, and you're hearing more stories that we apply for these jobs and we have all the degrees, but they turn us down. So,
But you know what? That's what you call you don't give up, because it's not, to me, what I don't look at is color, because I know that everyone, nobody's perfect in this world. Not one person. Only God is perfect. So I don't look at color. I just look at the individual. Sometimes some people work harder than others. They get out there and they do what they need to do. If they, sometimes you just have to you just have to do what you have to do, to work harder. And some people do. Some people just don't. But that's why I never mention color, because I don't think color have anything to do with this.
Well, for me, that is your view, and you have a right. But for me, I've been in the black community for 60 years. I have seen that the black community has lost value financially, has lost value dealing with society issues, because it's all about the money. Money is power. And we have to realize that it's nothing wrong talking about black situation. And it's white people gonna help, Chinese gonna help Chinese, Latino gonna help Latino, Koreans gonna help Korean. We have to learn how to help each other. I love all people. One thing about me, I'm not racist, I love all people, but I am seeing that we are suffering. And it's nothing wrong that I talk that way. And I'm not going to change, for nobody can change me for what I believe in my belief. I have seen us cripple each other. I have seen us try to destroy each other. So that's where I'm at, Dr. Rock. I thank you for your point of view, and I appreciate you a whole lot, the way your passion that you have.
Yeah, no problem. I just wanted to, hey, I'm part of Philly Hot Radio. I just wanted to,
hey, Dr. Rock.
I want to stress my, my point, okay? That's it. Just wanted to stress it.
Well, baby, whatever you got it from, you did a great job. So I'm about to close the show. So I want to thank you, Dr. Rock. That was Dr. Rock, y'all, speaking her opinion and her view. Thank you, Dr. Rock.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Hi. That was Dr. Rock. Work for somebody for the rest of their life.
Philly Hot Radio, whistle while you work.
Thank you, Dr. Rock. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello. Hi. That was Dr. Rock.
All right, so quitting
Philly Hot Radio.
Yo.
Hello.
Yo, what's going on? I was trying to turn on the phone. I was just hearing Dr. Rock conversate about that.
Who is this?
This is Terry. I'm going to state this fact, one fact right here. By black men not getting together and seeing us out here and forming our own alliances and getting on businesses and doing things together instead of killing each other on these damn streets of Philadelphia, everywhere in the world, we ain't going to get nowhere. We had to form our own businesses. We had to do what we had to do.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people maybe just, because I had someone tells me that I'm always down. I don't down black folks, and I'm not a guy to down the Afro-American community. But what I have seen that over the last 60 years, that the black community has destroyed each other. And when you look at it, that I love being black. I love, but it's important that we don't have leaders that are going to speak the truth and the real facts of what we are doing to each other. If you go to the penitentiary and see some of these brothers 18 and 19 that's doing life in jail because they killed another brother. If you look at some of the stores in our community, you don't see some of our young people working in some of these stores in our community. Also, those who go to college, they can't even find jobs. Schools are a business. Schools is a business. Just like penitentiary is a business. Hospital is a business. And I'm not taking away education in no means or shape or form. But it's important that somebody got to open up their mouth and start speaking the way that we do not unite and help each other. If a black man open up a clothing store in the heart of his community, he's going to struggle because we're not going to support him. You can have a black man that have a meat store in the black community. They're not going to go to his store to buy his meat. You can have a black man or a black woman open up a drugstore in his community. We are not going to go to the drugstore. You can have a black man or a black woman can have a cleaners in our community. We're not going to go to their cleaners. We can have a black man or a black woman open up a doctor office, open up a dentist, open up a hardware store, open up a real estate store. We never learn how to vest money to each other. I'm talking facts. We only getting 5%. It ain't gonna be no more pension. It ain't gonna be no more Social Security because the new money is digital money. We are way lost. But nobody want to speak the truth. My name is Showtime the Hype Man. I want to thank you for calling up, my brother.
Everybody has about the going into. Right now, we are dealing with a virus. Not disrespectful to none of our callers, not to be disrespectful to my co-host or anyone that call up on Philly Hot. This is your show. This is our show. Show that must respect others. I'm going to ask a question. Who is our leaders? Who do we go to listen to besides spiritual and religion leaders? Who do we believe? Who do we trust in our community and know that we are getting the right information? Are we getting the right information? A lot of people want to sit there, but I'm out here on the battle line live on Philly Hot Radio this because I chose to. Because I'm concerned the way that we are going in 2020. We are sticking with the old way, and the old way has not worked. We got people afraid to jump out, but they got all the answers. I don't have them. And I don't know what's best for us. But I know that the community that I come from is suffering. See, I ain't into that pillow talk. See, we got some people do that pillow talk conversation. But have all the answers. And what you should do or how you should do it. The schools has college shut down. Mostly because we never learned how to create jobs. Never learned how to create our own establishment, our own. If you go to any other community, that's another culture taking over their community. We are the only community call will allow anybody to come in our community and we will buy and support them. We are struggling. I'm not saying I truly believe God has a new way for us. I truly believe that slob jobs are way. And I know that some people like working for. I know that some people take pride of going working for 9 to 5 and bragging what type of job they got or what profession they got. Nothing wrong. I'm not happy just working for somebody. I'm not happy depending on somebody to give me a check and I'm hoping that I get a pension or a social security check so I can match it. See, I want to wake our children that they can have their own business. We're afraid of something different. We're afraid to peak into 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. See, we're afraid of what's really behind the scene, what's going on. Gentlemen, we are children are living unto you. We're not listening. We're not seeing. We're not actually seeing what's going on because we hide behind a check. We hide behind our degrees. We hide behind all the stuff that they taught us and they reprogram us. We do not look on the other side. Because we stuck. Know that we. They know that we're